We all know that Disney is synonymous with family vacations, and over the years, I have enjoyed making so many lovely memories with my family. Disney cruises are ideal for families with everything from characters to included childcare to tons of spaces and activities geared towards kids and family. But in the past 3 years, I've been on four separate cruises as an adult traveling with no kids, with my husband, solo, and with my friends. And when I mention this to people, I get the same response every time. Isn't Disney Cruise Line just for kids? So today I want to give you my thoughts on Disney Cruise Line for adults. And this will help you if you're traveling with your kids and hoping for some more grown up spaces, as well as for those of you traveling without children. Now, the first thing I would say, and something that oddly comes up in the comments quite a bit, is that no, if you do not like children, you really shouldn't sail on Disney Cruise Line because you are going to see them. I have sailed on Viking and love that cruise line, and it is what I recommend when people say they want to sail with no kids whatsoever, as Viking only allows 18 and older, and they are my favorite adults only cruise line. But I find kids to be a great part of our society and never mind being around them. Children are the future of our nation and our world, and they are part of who we are and what makes us great. Having said that, I also don't want to feel like all the activities and venues on the ships I'm on are designated just for kids and families. And this is where I think Disney does a fantastic job. The two ships you'll see featured here are the Disney Dream and Disney's newest ship, the Wish, both of which have amazing adult areas, including adults only restaurants, spa areas, and nightclubs. In fact, all the Disney ships have designated adults only areas, and you can find plenty of kid free areas and activities. So let's start with my favorite adults only area on any Disney ship, and that is the rainforest area. On all Disney ships, this area is adults only, and you can either buy a day pass or a length of stay pass that is good for your entire cruise. Unlike on some cruise ships, access to this area is not included with spa services, so you'll need to purchase access separately, but I think it's well worth the money. The cost of the length of stay pass varies depending on the ship and the length of the cruise, but it's money I consider a very good value. These areas all have saunas and steam rooms, hot tubs, and heated loungers. And on the Wish, there's even a private outdoor sun deck area that is blissfully kid free and very quiet and peaceful. If you're someone who likes a nice day on a lounger but doesn't love the rowdiness of either the family areas or even the adults only pool decks, this is a great option. They limit the amount of passes available, and both on the Wish and the Dream, aside from certain times during sea days, I found them uncrowded and lovely. If this is something you'll want to do, be sure to purchase your pass as soon as you get on the ship. As of this filming, passes were not available in advance and must be purchased in the spa once you're on board. There are also adult only pool areas on all Disney ships, and typically there are several, but there are definitely times of day that can be more challenging than others. Meal times, show times, pirate night, any parties on the deck, these will all be very busy. But aside from that, there are honestly so many spaces on the ship that are uncrowded, and I definitely encourage you to watch my most recent cruise vlogs where my friend Coral and I illustrated over and over again all the times we found quiet and kid-free spaces, even though our sailing had, wait for it, 1,600 kids on board. It absolutely can be done, and you can find plenty of peace and quiet. And if it becomes too challenging, which can happen on sea days in particular, there's always the option of your cabin and room service, which is included on all Disney ships. So, what about dining? Well, all Disney ships have adult only dining, but I also enjoy the main dining rooms. Disney has rotational dining, and your servers move with you from restaurant to restaurant. You can choose to dine alone or just with your party. You'll do this online when you book your sailing, or you can opt to be seated at a table with others. This last sailing, we were at a table of 10, all adults traveling without kids, and we found we had a lovely time. One way to avoid loads of kids in the dining room is to schedule the later dining rotation, usually around 8 o'clock, as most families with young kids choose the earlier dining time. But another fantastic option is the premium dining, which will cost you extra but is well worth the money. And again, 18 and up, so kid free. These venues vary from delightfully upscale Italian to extremely fancy French cuisine, and you'll pay for the privilege, but all of my adults only dining experiences have been well worth the price. And the adult venues on the ship, aka bars and nightclubs, are all extremely well themed and again, blissfully uncrowded. There are martini bars and champagne bars and English pubs and piano bars. Each ship has their own unique areas, and although kids are welcome in these spaces during the day, at night they are reserved for adults only and can be a great place for a fabulous drink and lovely conversation. Disney Cruise Line does not offer a drink package, however, so be aware of your bar bill. That can be some sticker shock at the end of your cruise. Ask me how I know. Every Disney ship also has an adults only coffee shop, and these are some of my favorite spaces to unwind. The specialty coffees are, again, an additional charge, but the baristas do a fabulous job and the venues are lovely and quiet. One thing I noticed on my last sailing is that the adult areas of the ship do not play Disney music. Now, this could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on what you like, but I really enjoyed the Disney immersion break. Now, if you're not into Disney at all and really don't like the characters or the films, this actually might not be the cruise line for you because although it's not in your face 24/7, these are, after all, Disney ships, so it's really present most of the time. I happen to love this, especially when it comes to the classic films I grew up with, and I think it's very well done in a way that appeals to all ages. The shows and entertainment on the Disney ships are predominantly family oriented, but so well done that it absolutely does not feel like it's for kids. The Broadway caliber evening shows are arguably the best at sea, and in my view, not to be missed. Some of the shows, like the Sail Away Party and the earlier Pirate Night show, are probably more suited for kids, and in my view, skippable unless you're a huge Disney person. Disney's private island, Castaway Cay, which is a stop on many of their itineraries, has a lovely adults only beach that is always amazing. Quiet, serene, with plenty of room for everyone, this is just a lovely and idyllic spot to read, to swim, to enjoy an adult beverage, and guess what? No kids. And to be honest, Castaway Cay is so large that even if you're not in the adults only area, it's quite easy to find a quiet spot even when the ship is completely full. Overall, my Disney cruise experience as an adult traveling party has been fun, luxury, peaceful, entertaining, and yummy. I think you'll find good value here, especially if you can book off-peak times, which most adults can easily do as you're not bound by school holidays. The staterooms are beautifully appointed and comfortable, and the service is top-notch. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more travel vlogs and reviews of magical places. And whatever you're doing, I hope you're being really good to each other. See you next time.